It's time, it's time, it's time. Today is May the 17th, 2024, 9:10 a.m. This video is the first of what the sports call double header. This is the first of two videos that I will be doing today, which in the sports world calls it a double header. That's right, you're getting two videos today from yours truly. Now for the topic of this first of the double header. It's going one more round when you think that you can't. And as you can see, I have the famous, the masterpiece, the classic picture of Rocky Balboa and Apollo Creed, rest in peace Carl Weathers, in the first Rocky movie. And I could say that the Rocky series in itself is my second favorite movie series. My number one favorite movie series is The Godfather. Okay. And the Rocky series just has so many lessons from Rocky 1 to Creed 3. One of them is the harder you get, the harder it gets. The higher you get, the harder it gets. And that was from Rocky. That was from Creed 3. Excuse me, I just soaked, so I'm trying to get my bearings together. I just got from doing a hot water soak. So forgive me if I'm a little, if I'm not really there. I'm still trying to get myself together. But in Creed 3, his trainer told him, the higher you get, the harder it gets. And I referenced that in another video. And the most infamous quote from Rocky is, it's not how hard you hit, it's how hard you can get hit. But today, the title of my video is, it's going one more round when you think you can't. And in life, you have to realize that I have to realize, you have to realize that, and I've said this before, but I can't say it enough. If it's hard, it's worth it. You're only going to grow through the difficulty, through the adversity, through the challenge. Rocky didn't care about becoming heavyweight champion. He wanted to give Apollo Creed his best. He wanted to go the distance. Apollo Creed knocked out every opponent that he ever faced except for Rocky. Rocky wanted to prove to himself that he wasn't just a bum from the neighborhood, and he proved it. Fighting his way to a split decision loss to Apollo Creed. A split decision is pretty much one judge had it for Apollo Creed, one judge might have had it for you or had it a draw, and the third judge had it for Apollo Creed. One judge either had you winning or one judge had it a draw. It wasn't a clean sweep. And as you can see, if you watched, everybody should have watched the Rocky series by now. And if you haven't watched the Rocky series by now, don't even tune into this video until after you watch the Rocky series. At least watch the first Rocky, or the first one and the second one at least, and then come back to this video. But I digress. Now, I don't really digress because I'm still within the topic. But Rocky wanted to prove to himself that he could go the distance. You know, he wanted to not take this opportunity lightly, and he didn't. And that's what I have to do, and that's what you have to do. In life, we got to give it our all. Just like in my video I did with Deion Sanders in the thumbnail, give everything 100%. Check out that video. When you think that you can't do something, that's when you need to do it. It only matters when it's hard. It only matters when it's difficult. It only matters when it seems impossible. You can only unlock the treasures that are within you through difficulty, hardship. Okay? It's the worst times that create the best times. You judge a person based off of how they handle pressure, how they handle adversity, how they handle hardship, not how they handle the good times. Everybody's the same during the good times. Everybody's different during the hard times. The hard time is where it matters. Rocky kept getting up. Apollo Creed had to knock him down at least over 10 times. He kept getting up. He refused to quit. He refused to give up. He made up his mind he was going to go the distance to fight the whole 15 rounds, and he did. And he won that last round. Not only did he survive Apollo Creed, he was competitive with Apollo Creed, and he won the final round. My opinion. Are you going to win the final round? Are you going to go the distance? Are you going to keep getting up off the canvas? I used to like undefeated fighters, but not anymore. I'm not really a fan of undefeated fighters because you never had to overcome a loss. You never had to overcome defeat. That's a whole different animal of perseverance. I would rather be a 2-time champion, 3-time champion, 4-time champion, 5-time champion after being defeated than to be undefeated because I never had to overcome a loss. The difference between the undefeated fighter and the fighter that got defeated is the defeated fighter overcame a loss. The defeated fighter overcame a loss. The undefeated fighter never lost. But you don't know the logistics within that undefeated fighter. You know that defeated fighter lost. And most defeated fighters, they come back and they overturn the loss by beating the person that they lost to. And they got that, which got them back on track. So let me ask you a question. Are you going to go one more round? When you think you can't? Are you going to give up? Or are you going to give in? Or are you going to keep fighting? Or are you going to win that last round? Like Rocky? Or are you going to give Apollo Creed a run for his money? It's not about winning the title. It's about standing in the end. Enjoy your day. Enjoy your week. Stay tuned for the second video of this double header. And until then, it's time. It's time. It's time.